because I knew that's what everyone was expecting when I started as a surfer. They're like, you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get too stiff to surf, this, that, and I was like, no, like, I'm gonna do this the right way. So it like happened, a little surfing knee tweak, and I was like, well, that hurt, but like, I don't need to take care of it. Like, it'll just heal. And then I tweaked it the same way like a week later. I was like, oh, that hurt worse, but like, I'm fine. I was working out the whole time. And then I just did it a third time, and it like, the next day it was like sore all the way down that nerve on the side. And I thought I had like injured my actual tendons, but then it like, that healed up, and it's just like pain right there.
But these torn ACLs are becoming like pretty prominent now. So like,
a lot of the
people
guys
are gonna have to start working out.
Dude, that was one of the biggest things I noticed with working out is my tendons got way stronger.
Yeah.
Just from all the squatting, deadlifting, like just the compound movements. I was like sure a couple times tweaks would have been blowing tendons, but they weren't, because my legs were like a little stronger than they would have been naturally.
I think people don't realize either that you don't have to look strong.
And you won't like
you can't, strength doesn't correlate to like these huge muscles. Like, you can be strong and look the same.
They seriously underestimate how much work it would take to get like big and strong looking. They don't know, like they think you go and just do some bench press and you're gonna be huge.
That's like all food intake, you know? Like, you have to work out and then eat fucking everything.
That's like me. I'm like what you would consider like a hard gainer, I guess. Like, just from the surfing so much, it's like only cardio. Like,
yeah, calories all day
my
long.
biggest thing is just getting enough food in during the day. It's like
bet.
my biggest struggle. I just have to eat. Like, I try and eat clean, but a lot of times it's hard to get that amount of food in.
Yeah.
Pull up or
you can't do pull-ups right now?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I've been saying it's something like I can push press.
Do you ever see doctors when this shit happens?
Yeah, I do.
I feel like
I need an MRI, but dude, I'm pretty much the worst. But like,
I feel like this kid has access to probably whoever he wants.
I have it, but
all right, so check this out. So right now, if you're watching this bar, this is you snatching right now. See the middle of the bar?
Yep.
That middle of the bar needs to come into your hip pocket. So right now you're out here.
Far, huh?
And that needs to come into your hip crease. So this is actually pretty cool because since you're a surfer, your lats are really important. So you're gonna slide this bar down to the top of your knee, and then as you stand up, you're gonna pull in tight here. Yep, and that actually puts your chest up, which is perfect. And so now when you stand, that bar should pop into your hips.
Oh yeah.
Yep. There you go. Nice. There we go. So every time you feel that little connection,
Feels scary, like I'm gonna crank something.
that means that you're gonna. Yeah, I mean, if you pull too soon, you could for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
It's happened before.
it's happened before, fuck.
But it's rare. Like, if you do it right, it never happens. Cool. So the way that you can prevent that too is when you come down, you don't come down like this. You come down like
More
this.
hinging.
Yep.
And then hinging.
So that will put the bar in a better place. Yep. Also think about like jumping. Like if I was to tell you to jump as high as you could, you would never jump like.
Yeah.
You would jump forward.
Yeah, very
and then
true.
jump. So that's the same thing when you ollie lift. And then your feet right now, you see how your feet are kind of like, every time you come down, you're kind of going like this.
Yep.
It's actually really bad for your knee. Huh. So what you're gonna need to do is, this is your body telling you that it doesn't like how close you're standing. So you need to open this up and then put your toes out a little bit. So duck them a little bit more. And now see what that feels like.
Fuck, it feels more solid.
The good thing right now is you're not going to the outsides of your feet.
See that surfer leg. See how it starts to turn? I'll be doing like 5x5s, and at the end, having started here, I'll look and one leg will have been like Trying
So
to
you
turn out.
you can account for that in the beginning and just put yourself like that on both feet.
Oh, dude, that one felt good.
Cool. All right, let's put some weight on.
I'll definitely be able to go heavier on clean and jerk.
You want to go 10 or 15 right now? Just
Let's go 10 so I can test it.
I just want to make sure that you still have that good pattern.
Thanks.
Yeah, so this is the bar they use in the Olympics. It's like, these are the best bars.
I pretty much just learned off of YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah. I was at a CrossFit gym when I very first started, but quickly left. And then it was YouTube from there on.
All right, so don't forget to hit that hip crease, right?
Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do real quick. You're gonna dip down, and then you're just gonna jump like this. Yeah, you see how it hit that spot and bumped out? Instead of letting it bump out, ooh, there you go.
Oh, that was nice.
Money. Nice. So stop. Take your knuckles and just point them down just a little bit more. Yep. That helps pull the bar in.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Okay, stop.
I'll try from the ground.
Try to just for the hell, like try to put your feet like this. Both of them, yeah. And see if that helps your surfer leg.
It's a new term.
So remember to stay really, really tight in your lats as you pull. That'll pull your chest up and drive the bar in. Boom, there you go. Nice. There you go, good. Do you typically hit that high up usually?
I'm always a leg hitter.
Perfect. So I was just making sure that I'm like adding to your snatch.
Yep, I've always been pure quad hit.
Because that looks money.
Felt good.
So every single time that you hit right here, you're gonna get a way better trajectory and it's gonna just keep the bar in a closer line. So every time you hit here.
I can't imagine with more weight though, it's sore. You don't feel like hitting a bone there or something?
In the beginning, yeah, but like now I don't.
You got a callus?
Yeah. Let's try,
I'm super psyched because I haven't been able to snatch in like.
you wanna just go 15s or do you wanna go to 25?
Maybe we'll go 25.
Do you have a gym that you work out at or
Yeah.
you just have your own stuff?
Yeah, we have a gym, like Progenics sponsors some surfers.
I saw that on your feed. That's why I was like, I figured you probably seen a bunch of great CrossFitters out there.
So they set us up like a wellness center, they called it. And we got like a bunch of squat racks, rowers, salt bikes, barbells. All like a pretty sick little zone.
Do you want to watch me do a few reps?
Yeah, you go.
So for me, I like to have a pretty wide stance with my toes out. And then you'll just hear the bar for me.
How are you hitting it that hard?
I'm not really hitting it that hard though.
Is it like, so I'm hitting like here. Are you hitting across the line?
It could be a little bit higher. Because
Like,
yeah, if you
okay,
hit low,
here.
like if you hit like just above your package,
That's where I'm hitting.
it'll hurt.
It hurts.
You don't want that. Yeah, you want to just be like a little bit higher.
Okay, I go a little wider.
But the
maybe,
reason
good.
you're hitting there is because on the way up, you're pulling in too soon. So if I pull in
Okay.
here, it's gonna hit low. But if I keep my shoulders over the bar and drive with my legs, then it hits just the right spot.
I think I know what you're saying. Oh, I missed it.
Gotta hit a little bit higher. There you go, that's a good one. Good. There you go, cool. Let's rest like 1 minute. We'll do one more
That's the most I
set.
snatched in like 2 months.
Yeah.
Outside. The hardest part was wrapping my head around like getting the bar to here.
Yeah.
Because felt like I always had to come out
Yep.
to like bring it around.
So your knee should come out of the way. it looks like if you got frozen here in a photo, you'd be like, that looks really bad, but it's actually not.
They're strong.
So this comes up, and then the hips come through, and then boom. So the best lifter in the world is the person who can keep his heels on the ground as long as possible. So if I start to pull up here, which happens all the time, now I can still snatch a shit ton of weight, but it's not going to be...
Not going to be pretty.
In the long run, the person with the heels on the ground longer will crush.
Where are you guys going with this? In back pocket?
Oh, so this time you're going to stop. You'll just stand up. You'll go just above your knees.
Yep.
And then give me like 5. Don't rush it though. Each one, concentrate every single time and getting that bar right to your waistband. So knuckles down, keep your lats tight, and pull that bar into your hips. Make sure you're getting like a little bit of a bounce off the hip. Yeah, there you go. So on this one, jump. Yes. Ready, jump. Yep. I like that setup, that was good. Nice. So the jump isn't necessarily like a real jump.
More just full extension.
It's more of like a toe to heel.
Okay.
Toe to heel, right. But some of those were like 2 of those were really good.
Growing up surfing, there's always a stigmatism against almost any kind of weightlifting.
Yeah.
I had never done it. I had worked out bodyweight stuff. Staying fit was always part of like living in Hawaii, but no weightlifting.
And you're with the best surfers in the world all the time.
Yeah.
And do any of them work out?
Some of them do now, but like then it was way less prevalent because it was still like I don't know, it was still kind of raw. They weren't the athletes they are now, which are like, I'm gonna do anything I can to win, right?
Yeah.
So I became injured my knee, and I wanted to heal as quick as I possibly could. I had been out for about 3 months. My legs, like my one leg atrophied super bad. So I was like, fuck, started researching, started lifting. I wanted to get my quads really strong so either I could prevent it from happening again and heal quicker. And I did tons of back squats, tons of strength on it, straight leg deadlifts, all that stuff.
And you're squatting below parallel, correct?
So at first I was squatting just like a quarter squat, pain, stop, pain, stop. Over the 3 months time, I got to where I was like putting 200 pounds on my back and squatting all the way to full depth, which I had never done before. Like the strength came on really quickly once I started. From there, I got addicted to it. I felt really good after working out. You know, the workout high, and my head was really clear, so it was double benefit. Once I started lifting to recover my leg, and once I was fully healed, I got super into it, dude. I found the Olympic lifts. I kind of learned the clean and the snatch.
Gets exciting.
And I was like hooked. I was done. I was on YouTube every day looking up Olympic lifting, trying to learn as best I could. And I went about, just because I didn't want to be injured lifting because I knew that's what everyone was expecting when I started as a surfer. They're like, you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get too stiff to surf, this, that, and I was like, no, like I'm gonna do this the right way. So I didn't go super heavy, and I tried to get my form as best I could on my own before going heavier. Eventually I could do it in workouts and like keep everything clean.
I wish everyone did that.
Fuck.
Everyone does.
I had a lot of pressure because I was like, I'm not getting injured. I'm not gonna be that guy or like do what they thought was gonna happen. And I didn't get injured, and I got way stronger. I got faster.
And when you surf now, do you feel more stable?
So stability and strength, you feel a lot. Nothing's gonna make you a better surfer but surfing more because it's so skill oriented.
Yeah.
But when you're stronger and faster and you have a better engine, you can then practice for longer periods of time. More practice equals more time in the water, better surfing, right? So of course it had a translation over.
Have you had any accidents since that you think would normally mess you up and you felt?
Guaranteed. I've had my body twisted certain ways, my back and my knees, and when you're getting super worked underwater, there's no control. Like limbs are going the ways they shouldn't go. But I am almost 100% sure if I hadn't been lifting and got the strengthening effect on my ligaments and stuff, or just the little extra strength in my muscles to hold things together, I would have been injured several more times. 100%.
So for my
it's almost
followers,
a prehab.
For my followers, you might not know who this is, but he's a big wave surfer, very famous. For the followers who know Nathan, you obviously know how big the waves that he surfs are. So for my followers who don't know, what's the biggest wave you've surfed?
Everyone judges waves differently. So it's hard to say.
10-foot range.
Yeah. So like probably like 25 to 30 feet.
Okay.
We would do.
So if you guys have ever been to the beach and like you thought that like the shore break was pretty excessive, you're gonna be underwater for 2-3 minutes.
You're gonna be under for a while and you're not gonna be calm. So like a lot of people say, oh, just don't panic, just stay calm. Like, I'm never that calm, dude. I'm always like, oh shit, like I gotta get up now, like this instance. But it's a really crazy time in big wave surfing right now because there's a lot of really good guys all of a sudden on the scene. So the limits are being pushed really quickly, and it's a whole new state. It's not just go out and I'm gonna catch one big wave. It's like I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna ride them how I would small waves. We now have flotation vests. So you fall and you pull a vest, CO2 goes off, and you're inflated to the surface. Like it's pretty crazy. It's pretty sick.
What happens if the vest is there though and the next wave comes?
So that does happen. There's a deflate, but I've had it where I couldn't get it in time, and I've literally just put my head down. Like you can't dive underwater, so I've just been like, okay, here you go, boom, like exploding.
Literally cannot imagine.
Yeah.
It's so insane. Well, I think it's a good time to tell a lot of you guys out there, if you're in a sport that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to lift, doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't lift either.
Yep.
You should always be preventing your body from injury, especially the older you get. How old are you?
24.
24. I'm 32. I've had my share of injuries, which you guys are more than aware of. And I definitely would not have as many as I have right now at 32 as if I was just being preventative like my entire career.
Yeah.
So hopefully for you, I hope you have the longest, dopest career there is.
Sick.
Thanks for working out with me.
Thank you. Thanks
you
for the tips. I did learn a lot. I'm psyched.
And yeah, guys, hope to see you on next week's episode. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you
like,
follow.
subscribe, comment.
Make sure you follow Nathan too.
Thanks guys. All right.